Excellent. Excellent connection. Excellent connection. It's Saturday. No, not Saturday. It's Sunday. Sunday morning. And I was browsing through my Steam inventory, and there's a lot of unplayed games. This being one of them. I haven't played Doki Doki since the beginning of my YouTube career. And I didn't beat it. I think I was too pussy to beat it because I knew where the jump scare was. But I gotta do it. I gotta run through it. And I gotta just do the dang thing. I gotta read. So bear with me because check this out, guys. Check this out. There's no save data. So we're starting over from the very beginning. And we're just gonna do it. I don't know what else to say. I was obsessed with Yuri. If you go back to my old live streams or my old recordings, I was obsessed with Yuri. So I don't really know what to expect. I don't really remember what happens. I remember I was calling this a hentai, but no, I was wrong. Okay, this is a manga, right? A manga, or what would you call a video game anime? I don't know what it would be called, but guys, girls, everybody else, we're gonna be playing Doki Doki. Be prepared for reading. I hope it sounds really good. We're using the different mic so you can hear me clearly, right? So, without further ado, guys, good morning. It is Sunday morning, and we're gonna play some Doki Doki. Everything looks good, sound check's good. Yeah, so come read with me. We're almost to 800 on subscribers, so let's get it on the subscribers. Thanks for joining if you do join the live streams, and we're gonna be doing them 4 days a week now. 4 days a week. 4 days a week live streams, and you get videos every day. YouTube has been pulling out these things called shorts, so that's what gets a lot of people in to YouTube, because I think YouTube is jealous of TikTok, so YouTube is doing their own thing called YouTube Shorts. So let's go ahead, let's do it. Let's do some Doki Doki new game. Oh, it's so nostalgic. The game is so nostalgic. What's up? Hi. Nays, thanks for joining. We're playing Doki Doki. Listen to my beautiful voice as I read to you. Hey! Okay, when I did Doki Doki, I did voices, so we're gonna do voices. I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend, since we were children. You know, that kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. Yeah. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. Ha! Who does that? Ha! Okay, let's do the girl voice. Ah! I overslept again, but I caught you this time. Brother D. Whoa, 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 whoa. That was my old name. Oh, whoa, whoa. Settings. Can I change my name on this? Wait. We're gonna save this, and then we're gonna go to main menu. I gotta change my name. I'm not gonna be called Brother D this whole game. Settings. How do you change your name? Help. Oh gosh. Cancel. Okay. Return. Settings. What? I can't change my name? Alright. I'm gonna be called Brother D, and Brother D was my old name, so bear with me. Brother D was a joke. And I don't even remember what the joke was. That was 2 years ago. Okay. Maybe only because I decided to stop and wait for you. Oh, that's me. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Brother D. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Why do we have to be a couple? Fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean if you don't want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Brother D, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm really not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. Sounds like my life. Except the anime part. I do want to watch Attack on Titan. My sister's trying to put me on anime. I just don't have time. So when this thing blows over, I'm going to be watching lots of anime. When I say this thing, YouTube. When YouTube blows up, I'll have lots of time to watch anime and relate to all you folks that are on my live streams. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know? And I know you're happy now, but I'd die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. I asked this several times, like, what is a NEET? You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though. The music is like, I like the music. I put the music in my videos a lot. Like, it's just such a happy song. Like, don't you agree? Don't you agree Doki Doki's so happy? Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello? Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of class. Oh, I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement. So I thought, you know. I feel like I changed her voice so many times. No, what? Well, okay, this is gonna be her voice. Well, you know, that you come to my club. Sayori. Yeah? There's no way I'm going to your club. Meanie. Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed to the club, she inherited the title Vice Presidente. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Natsuki. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead or if she's so cunning as to plan all of this out. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yay, let's go. So, like, would you join the literature club? And thus marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly follow myself. I remember I said dollar words every time a big word came up, and that's a freaking dollar word right there. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for the third-year classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here. I told you, don't call me a new member. I glance around the room. Welcome to the literature club. It's a pleasure meeting. Oh, wait. It's freaking Yuri. Okay, guys. If you guys didn't watch my old videos, Yuri was like the center of attention of everything. And she's back. Okay. Yes, finally I'm playing Doki Doki. If you watched my old videos, Doki Doki was like Doki Doki, you know what I'm saying? Doki Doki was Doki Doki! And I played that shit like hardcore, I edited it hardcore, but now we're just live streaming, so live stream and then, 30-second videos to a minute video, whatever. Guys, enjoy Doki Doki. Yuri's back. Okay, welcome to the literature club. It's a pleasure, welcome to the literature club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori, always nice things. Sayori says nice things about you. Seriously, you brought a boy? Oh my god, who the hell is this? What's her name? I think her name's Natsuki. Way to kill the atmosphere. Oh, brother D, what a surprise. Why'd I make her a dude voice? Welcome to the club. Oh, words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. Stop. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki. It is Natsuki. I told you. Doki Doki was the bomb. I know. And I'm back at it. And Ryan, thanks for joining. You are the #1 at Dead of Night guy. I like you a lot. We're playing at Dead of Night. We're like, what we're doing is like going in a cycle, because 2 years ago I started off YouTube, right? And I played a whole bunch of games, but I never finished them. So we're cycling through, and I'm sorry, it's a habit. I just play the game and I don't finish it. And we're finishing Doki Doki. All right, we're finishing Doki Doki. We're gonna finish this game. And we got to the part, well, I don't know, whatever. There's gonna be like 5 parts, so let's keep on going. Let's keep trucking through. The girl with a sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She is also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back toward the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Just don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with the people like Sayori and Natsuki. Oh, well, it's nice to meet you both. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monica. Is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, Brother D. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically, completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monica. I'm like freaking out, like I got butterflies in my stomach. Come sit down, Brother D. We made... Oh, wait. Come sit down, Brother D. We made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Okay, I made them. I'll get them. So sorry, I got a little too excited. Dude, I'm mixing up the freaking names. Then how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there is one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. So I'm sitting next to Monica and Sayori. In between those two. The president and the vice president. Yes. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrap tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay. Are you ready? Ta-da! Whoa! Whoa! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. So cute. I had no idea you were oh my god. I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know, just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first, then Monica, I follow. It's delicious. Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. At Dead of Night Part 4 has cobwebs in it. Yeah, and also Doki Doki. Doki Doki was like cobwebs, the spider's still chilling in there, locked up in there with a freaking rusty lock, and I had to freaking hammer it down to open it and everything and dust off the cobwebs. Doki Doki needed to come back. Doki Doki needs to get finished. But guys, if you're on the video right now, just tell everybody that I am using the restroom. I have to use the restroom. BRB. Alright, here's some ASMR for you guys. You got a Japanese gummy bears from 99 Ranch at the Korean store. Oh, smells so good. Hello. How you doing? How was your day? We're playing Doki Doki. Oh, we're reading Doki Doki. We're not playing Doki Doki. There's no such thing as playing Doki Doki. It's reading Doki Doki. Natsuki is quiet. Okay, this is Natsuki, right? Yep. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Well, why are you thanking me? It's not like haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything. I thought you technically did, Sayori said. How many scary movies did This is stupid. Well, we have to finish it. I haven't finished it, and I'm gonna finish it. I thought you technically did. Sayori said, well, maybe. But not for you, you know, you dummy. Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table. Oh my gosh. Gummy bears are something else. Yuri returns to the table, carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us, before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Dude, I can't read and eat gummy bears. It's impossible. To the hell with this. Oh my gosh. I like you're very opinionated. Very opinionated. But you could leave. Okay, whatever. You keep a whole tea set in the classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. Yuri. Now, back with Yuri again. That's not. I insulted Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in disbelief. In belief. In disbelief? I didn't read that right. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So, what made you consider the literature club? What do I have? What do you have so I could follow you? What do you mean, what do I have? There's a lot of stuff on the channel. Click on my name. You'll see a lot of stuff. I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so that's okay. Don't be embarrassed. Well, we'll make sure you feel at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member of any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, you know. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica's really a great leader. I was gonna do some, never mind. Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile, but it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club. Oh my god, I gotta read that over again. For one, I'm messing up because the voices aren't there. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! We'll do our best. You know it! Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard to find these three. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Well, we're in store for something out of the box. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So, Brother D, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga. I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Why is Yuri sad? Why is anyone sad in this game? The music is so happy. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri chases the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. That's like me. Totally like me, except not with books, with games. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasp something I can relate to at a minimum level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. What? Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you. I guess you could say that. What? But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called... Don't say it out loud. And give that back. Fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are. Sayori slides up behind Natsuki, puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet, eh? I understand how that feels. What? Oh, crap. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Look at how true that sounds. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. My boy, you're gonna crack your damn voice by the end of this dream. This game is something else, but it must be beat. It must be finished and out of my queue on Steam. I guess it's the same for Yuri. I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay. I have an idea, everyone. Question mark. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. The next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Brother D? I really need to change my name. Like, this is my name from 2 years ago and I thought it was funny, but it doesn't sound funny at all anymore. Monica smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join the club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All 4 girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But I'm sorry. I thought, Brother D, you all. I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls light up. Eyes light up. Yes, I'm so happy! Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey! You really did scare me for a moment. If you really came just for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Oh, thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remembers tonight's assignments. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Brother D, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey, Brother D, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right, Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she's always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! Okay, with that, the two of us depart the club room, and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the 4 girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. Well, will I really be happy spending every day after school in the literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Which we will grow closer to one of the girls, and which one do you want? That's the question. I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Oh, we're gonna already write a poem? No way, okay. So, folks, it's poem time writing. It's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. So if you guys don't know what's going on, the poem thing works like this. We pick words, and then one of these girls start to light up. And if you notice, Monica isn't there. Why is that? Why is that? So let's go ahead and choose our poem numbers or poem stuff, whatever. Let's do it. Let's go after image. Oh wow, Yuri, baby girl, despise. Yuri again for 2. Bouncy. That's Natsuki. Melancholy. I knew it. Wrath is Yuri. Essence. Yuri again. Depression. Whoa. Depression is What's her name again? Sayori. Fireworks. Sayori. Variance. Yuri. Spinning. Natsuki. Anxiety is definitely Yuri. Disoriented Yuri again. Unending Yuri again. Infallible Yuri again. Explodes Yuri again. Giggle. Natsuki. Breathe Yuri again. Agonizing Yuri again. Vivacious Yuri again. Happiness Sayori. So as you could tell, we definitely like leaned towards Yuri. So we're probably gonna see more Yuri on this run through. So, hi again, Brother D. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. No, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Brother D. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. I gotta like make a timid voice. That's the voice I'm trying to do. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year, and last year too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out, or what. What is my plan? You don't know, freshman. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Damn! Natsuki finds herself stuck between Monica and manga. Manga is literature. It's like manga Monica. Manga is literature. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Brother D always gives his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sayori, Sayori, that's because your room is so messy, it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous, cause you are. How come you and Brother D can become... Wait. How come you and Brother D can become good friends too? I could share. Sayori. As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she put me into. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know? Wait, Sayori? Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it look like a big deal when it's really not. Oh, what do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place, so any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy, no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't even want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you ever wanted. How is this girl accidentally being so cute? Cause she's Yuri. Duh. She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thanks. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now, everyone settled in. I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more. But at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of the book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Ah, you hear the music in the back? It changed. That's Monica in the back, by the way. So pay attention to these cues when you're following along with me. Do 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 do. Okay. Yuri. Oh, I'm sorry. Stop. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me, and our eyes meet for a split second. I don't know what the period means, but that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry. I was just spacing out. I mutter this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so that's the book that you gave me, right? Huh. I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Stop it! Just curious, how come you have 2 copies of the same book? Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday, and that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them. Ah, I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decide to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. Oh, I'm sorry. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's it about anyway? Well, Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. I don't remember the book being this though. There's an ominous looking eye symbol on the front cover. Oh, excuse me. Alright. I just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister. But as soon as she does so, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escape from a human experiment prison. And while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships, and her life starts to fall apart. That's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri makes it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Brother D? No, it's not that. I mean, I could definitely enjoy these kind of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. There's something about Yuri, guys. There's something about Yuri that I like. It's just that those kind of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals or their own philosophy that they believe in. Then suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonists, they're made out of that. They're made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. My voice. I need water next time I do this. We're gonna truck on. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. Well, I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts. I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please don't stop me. Please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading, right? You don't have to. What are you saying? Just a moment ago, you said you were looking forward to it. Look at her face. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I put into my bag. All right, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. You mean sitting with a boy? I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand that what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's already reading for the book instead. Hello. Hello. Thanks for joining. And enjoy. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry. I was just... Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? And look at that. Yuri is always apologizing. I liked Yuri when I was playing the game the first run through 2 years ago. Let me mention that again. 2 years ago I was playing Doki Doki. We're gonna beat it this time. But 2 years ago, Yuri was just so like she's just timid. Too timid. I can't stand it sometimes. Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Oh, we're next to Yuri. Ooh, baby girl. Let's see what's going on in the chat. Hi, Maria Marvin McLean. How you doing? Edgar Lopez. Hello, it's me again. Did I come in time? You came just in time. You're always on time, buddy. Always time for a Markyfbaby live stream, you know what I'm saying? So, Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. Gotta get my voices right. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. Well, of course she's a hot girl. With purple hair, may I add in there. And my hair is actually growing longer than hers. Check that out, yo. What should I dye? I'm gonna put highlights in my hair, like brown, yellow highlights. I wonder what I should put. So, comment that below if you're on the live stream or on the recording. I'm gonna do it. We got our ears pierced at 600, so I'm super excited about that. 700, we're wearing our Air Jordan Dior's, and what else is happening? 800? 800, we're so close to 800, folks. So close to 800. I'm so happy about this. We're actually finally growing the channel. And it's been so long. I mean, it hasn't been so long. It's only been 2 years, so. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face, and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? Ready for what? Huh? To turn the page. Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. Oh, I think I got a little bit distracted for a second. That's what I meant to do. I glance over. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I could do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah. Thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. Volition is a dollar word, guys. I love it how the chat isn't just me. I love it too. I love it. Pretty soon, it's gonna be you, so many people, that it's just gonna do like that thing, you know, where it just has the chat just going and going and going and going and going. Pretty soon it's gonna be like that. I'm actually gonna make the chat bigger on here so you guys could see each other chatting with each other. So it's gonna be like this. It's gonna be like that. There you go. There you go. So keep chatting along. Just chat and fill up this whole box section over there. Yeah, so, guys, this is a great time and great opportunity to mention the Discord. So, if you haven't checked out the Discord, go check out the Discord. Let me go add it for you guys. Invite people. Copy. We're gonna put it right here. So, guys, join the Discord. Join the Discord. And, I named it OnlyFans, just as a joke. But join the Discord. That's when we post memes on there. There's memes, there's funny stuff. Just join the Discord. Pretty soon that'll be popping too. Let's go keep trucking along, folks. I love the music in Doki Doki. I love it. It's just so happy. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey, Yuri. This might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. You? Think so? How does she? Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways. Well, but she also second guesses all the things that she says and does. Like she's afraid that she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into your head or anything. But they're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms. I see. Wow, we spent a long time with Yuri. Yuri remains silent for a moment. But Brother D, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. Oh, that's so embarrassing that you think that. Wait. I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry. Oh yeah. Sorry. I really didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I more meant that it's kind of cute. What are you saying all of a sudden? Okay, everyone. I think it's time we share today's poems with each other. We might not even have enough time if we wait too long. Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thought. Is that alright, Yuri? You look kind of down. I like how Monica just appeared out of nowhere. Like, excuse me, it's the Monica. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. It's fine. Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Alright, I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read it with you? I guess I don't have much of a preference either way. I don't do that. I like your beard at school. Thank you. Thank you for liking my beard. In that case, I'll read a little bit more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know? That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time. I didn't read in a girl voice. Alright. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah? My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait. Sayori's back. Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf paper, loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Oh, we're gonna be reading poems. Okay, we're gonna read the poems and then we're gonna end this. So let's go read, guys. Who should I show my poem to first? Let's show the leader of the gang, Monica. I should start with Monica. Yesterday she seemed eager to read my poem, and I want her to know I'm putting in effort. Hi, Brother D. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we could do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things... Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share a poem with me? We're gonna save it right here. Alright, cool. Want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Brother D. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. Huh. Great job, Brother D. I was going ooh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. Stop. I pressed this. Oops. It's easier for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way, it always counts when I put in some effort. That's not fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know what, Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Why are you mentioning Yuri, huh? Are you jealous of Yuri? Are you jealous, Monica? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism, unlike Sayori, who likes using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness. Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write like that effectively, both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel. What about Natsuki though? Or letting them deeply analyze all the nuances. It can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. I never really asked though. I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet. Don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be able to be a little bit biased toward their own kinds of styles. But I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write in the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims not to be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Okay, let's read the poem. Hole in the wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the spackle protrudes. A noisy neighbor. An angry boyfriend. I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retina's already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep. Stop. Stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. But he, on the other side, was looking in. That was deep. That was really deep. I want to hold it in so like your mother! I've been playing too much Call of Duty with the boys. This game is interesting to watch. It is. It's something else, isn't it? It's a different kind of play on horror. This is in the horror game section. Keep that in mind. So, what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's not what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really that right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that's kind of the style has gotten. Oh, wait. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. We're gonna save it. Save it. Save it. Save it. Return. Here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about this is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Who should I show my poem to next? This is the last poem I'm going to choose, and we're going to end the stream. So, who should I pick next? Sayori, Natsuki, or Yuri? I want to do Yuri last. So it's either Sayori or Natsuki. So, I'm gonna chill out for a little bit. Let's see what's going on the chat, which is Vibe Gang has joined. What's up, Vibe Gang? Hey. Thanks for joining. We're trying to finish not trying, but we're going to finish Doki Doki because Doki Doki must get finished. I played this game 2 years ago, guys. 2 years ago. Join the Discord, join the YouTube page, join everything that I have on my social medias, baby. And let's go. So, who are we gonna choose next? Sayori or Natsuki? And Edgar Lopez said Natsuki, so we're going with Natsuki. Here we go. Pink hair girl. Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you. That's a little blunt. Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. It just didn't evoke any emotions. So basically, it's not cute enough for your tastes. Do you want to get smacked? Wow, she's a little feisty. I'll pass. Sigh. Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it. Look at the music when we read her poem. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. What? Let me read that again, a little faster though. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. You could make that into like a Migos song. Monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. Hey! Oh, that was cool. She was right when she said people can try. Yeah, she on the dot there. Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? What, nani? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't it the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like, I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. Look at her tooth. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Okay, I'm gonna just read all the poems. We're gonna do Sayori next and then Yuri last because we want Yuri to be last because we are going to choose Yuri anyway. Sayori. This is a good poem, Brother D. Are you sure it's your first time? Are you sure it's your first time? Of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time? I guess you're right. But that's why it's impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously. Or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now. Not to mention that I'm standing in front of you in the club room? Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't seem I'll break my I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise, because we don't do that. See? It's like I said before, Brother D. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people, that's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined, knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah. And I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? And that will be my way of thanking you. Alright. I'm going to hold you to that then. Yay, now you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Okay, we have to go with the tone of the music, guys. The tone of the music is nice. 2, 3, 2, 1. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning. I can't do it with the beat. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through the blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. I want to read that again. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast. That made no sense. Ha ha ha. Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No, just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Ooh woo. Well, at least that makes me feel a little bit better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Oh, yeah. I didn't mean to say that it wasn't a bad poem. Oh man, my voice. My voice. It came out nice. Or should I put it, it sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast. even though you were late to school. It's bad to skip breakfast. I guess I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Monica's the best. Oh, yeah. But next time, I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Ah! Well, I guess I look forward to it. And we are on our last poem, guys. Our last poem. Okay. Just got a new computer to watch your videos on instead of my phone. So you're watching this in 60 frames per second. Nice, nice. Your voice at the end of the stream is going to be busted. For sure it's gonna be busted. Okay. Yuri. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional. Oh, what was that? I'm kind of retarded, so I don't know what that means. Did I say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. Ooh, he's going to hate me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. Huh? Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. I just meant, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words in the poem as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah. Okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers, and having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is both of the style. Oh, I can't read. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased though. Biased? How? Look at her freaking face, it became so sinister. Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. Ooh, did you not catch a cue there? You gotta catch cues in this. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamingly as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? All right, the last poem. Ghosts under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. Whoa, let's read that again, folks. Ghosts under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe calm, breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers, I flicker back. That was deep. But I'm kind of dumb, so I don't understand the imagery here. Yuri. I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. What? That was great calligraphy. I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Oh, well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I liked the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest, since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I guess. I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Hoo-hoo! 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 Actually, the story isn't about ghosts at all, Brother D. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing, really. Yours was impressive too, so nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Yeah, of course. You know, I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Brother D. I'm going to change my name, like, I can't stand reading that. Me too. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Aw, thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you had to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I wouldn't have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Brother D did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. Feisty. First of all, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Brother D did like my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Here we go. That's not what you're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Brother D appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I wouldn't deliberately go out my way to make everything I do so overly cutesy. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Brother D started showing up. Or at this point already. Natsuki. Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly both girls turned towards me as if they just noticed I was standing there. Brother D? She's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't happen in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Brother D. Wait. There's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Brother D? Dude, it's like intense. How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. So of course that's going to be, help me, Sayori. Help me, Sayori! Natsuki. Natsuki glares at me, drying up any words I had in my mouth. So instead I turn to Yuri. But Yuri's expression is so defenseless that I can't bring myself to say anything to her. Sayori. Yeah? Everyone's fighting is making Sayori uncomfortable. How can the two of you keep fighting when you know you're making your friend feel like this? Brother D. Well, that's her problem. This isn't about her. I agree. It's unfair to others to interject their own feelings into our conflict. Yeah, unless Sayori wants to tell Yuri what a stuck-up jerk she's being, she would never. It's your immaturity that's made her upset in the first place. Excuse me? Are you listening to yourself? This is exactly why nobody likes. Stop. Nat and Yuri. Natsuki. Yuri! You guys are my friends! I just wanted everyone to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people, and I love them because of their differences. Natsuki's poems, they're amazing because they give you so many feelings with just a few words. And Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint the beautiful picture in their head. I read that wrong. Everyone's so talented, so why are you fighting? But because, well, also, Natsuki's cute and there's nothing wrong with that. And Yuri's boobs are the same as they always were. Are they now? Big and beautiful. They're really throwing in boobies in this game. Sayori stands triumphantly, showing off her little boobies. Monika stands behind her with a bewildered expression. I'll make some tea. Yuri rushes off. Natsuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. So this is why Sayori is vice president. Good job, Sayori, good job. So this is why Sayori is vice president. Bothered? What does bothered mean? It's like you're bothered, right? You're bothered. So you're annoyed, you're feeling uneasy, you're bothered. I whispered to Monika. She nods in return. To be honest, I might come off as a good leader and I can organize things, but I'm not very good with people. I couldn't even bring myself to interject. As president, that's kind of embarrassing of me. No, it's not like I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either. Well, I guess that just means Sayori is amazing in her own ways, isn't she? You could say that. She might be an airhead, but sometimes it's weirdly suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing. I see.
take good care of her, okay?
What does that mean? I would hate to see her get herself hurt. That makes 2 of us. You can count on me. Monica smiles sweetly at me, causing my stomach to knot. Such a genuine person really does make a good president, regardless of what she says. If only I could get the chance to talk to her a little more.
Okay, everyone, it's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'll say it was worth it. It was alright, well, mostly.
Brother D, how about you? Yeah, I guess the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you learn something from your friends too. So your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with a newfound determination.
Brother D, ready to walk home? Ooh, woo!
Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, about what happened earlier.
What do you mean?
You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often?
No.
That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that, cause your boy was there, your boy Brother D. Markyfbaby. I'm gonna change it to Markyfbaby. I'm gonna change it to something else, probably Watermelon Sugar. That's the name I'll go by in Call of Duty.
I promise, they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you?
No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they'd make good friends with you.
Phew.
You know, Brother D, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club.
But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me feel the happiest.
And I think everyone really likes you.
That's... Every day is going to be so much fun.
It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught onto the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? I'm gonna be friends with everyone. Okay, we'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do this. All right, we are tracking along, folks. So, everybody, Edgar, roll call. Who is on the stream still? We got lots of playbacks. That's what's cool about this. So, thank you for viewing and thank you for staying on the channel, watching me play Doki Doki. But guys, we are done now. We are done for the day. We did a lot. We're gonna be Doki Doki. There's gonna be about 5 parts to this. So guys, girls, everybody else, thank you. Thank you for joining the stream. Thank you for sticking with Markyfbaby. Thank you for sticking with the channel, which is growing. It's growing fast. 2 weeks ago, we were less than 600 subscribers. Now we're touching bases on 800. That's crazy. We're gonna hit 800, we're gonna hit 900, we're gonna hit 1,000, we're gonna hit 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 10K, 100K, and then 1 mil like we said we were in the very beginning of this whole YouTube career. Guys, thanks for joining. Edgar, shout out to you for joining the chat, staying on the chat, and for chatting, period. And great job on your new computer. I hope you play some good games on there, and let's get it, folks. Guys, Markyfbaby out. I'll see you on the next live stream. I'll see you on the next recorded recorded gameplay that I do. And Markyfbaby out. I'm out. Peace. Next live stream will be on Tuesday. Markyfbaby out. Peace.